I got this front foot pegs for my Ninja 400, and the idea of getting these new ones are because the old ones are rather skinny. I wanted to have my foot more comfortable, so that's why I got these ones. So I've already taken off one of the foot pegs, that this is the right one, and just wanted to show this video to compare how the new ones actually look like as compared to the old ones. So the old ones, you can see, I think the length wise both of them are quite similar. Maybe you have around here, you have probably a quarter of an inch or even less, like longer. So this one, the new one, is like quarter of an inch longer maybe. But then again, if you see, the surface area on which you put your foot is basically way wider. So I'm hoping this is more comfortable as compared to the stock one. Pegs actually look like. So basically, what's the assembly like and what are the parts that need to be taken off when you have to do the replacement. So this is the foot peg, right? Now it's held by one pin over here, and there's a spring mechanism that basically closes and opens it, and on this side there is a pin, some sort of arrest pin that keeps it in place and keeps the pin from like coming out of here. So to disassemble this pin has to be taken off. Now let's see if I can get it focused here. Right, so this pin is like a semicircular pin. It's open from one end, so this part using a screwdriver can be yanked out. So you can just use a small screwdriver, push it in there, and then yank it all out. Once that comes out, then this pin can be basically taken out. So push it a little bit from here, and then it can be just pulled out from this side. But when you do that, one thing has to be made sure is that this pin is already compressed. So when you take the pin off, this foot peg can come flying off. So you have to make sure that you hold on to this while you're taking off the pin. And I think it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Now another thing that I want to show right now is how the new foot pegs actually look like when we put it over here. So I tested it right now with a pin, and let's see if we can do this again. So it's the right size, and I can provide a link of the product. It sits like this over here, and since I'm holding the camera with one hand, it's kind of difficult for me to put the pin, but I just tested it before. You can put the pin from here, and this does stay over here, but like in close position, you see when it snaps back around here, it's still like a big piece or big chunk of metal that's actually sticking out. So it's not going to be like a very low profile as compared to the stock one, but still, you know, the amount of surface area you get over here is quite nice. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is like install this one. Now this part is a bit tricky because the spring has to go back in its place here. So there is a place where it stays inside, basically it gets locked up over here, but the other end, this end, has to like press against the wall of the pedal inside here. Now putting this back on is a bit tricky because I have to make sure like it's right at the good same place as it was. But now if you see, if I do that, yeah, the holes here on the side do not align. So to do this, I need to like apply some pressure, and it just keeps on coming off. So I did get that in, and actually it was easier than what I was doing. Now if you see over here, the other end of the spring, it actually resides on the outside of the pedal. It doesn't stay in. So initially what I was making a mistake was I was trying to keep this end also in and then trying to push it all the way inside, but that's not how it works. It just stays on the outside and it's fine. So you see, this mechanism is quite good, no issues. And then the last thing that I need to put back is this particular washer. So to do this, I'll put it over here, and just needs to be pushed back over here. I think I may have to actually tap it inside. So now the pin is all the way inside, and it seems to be doing just fine. So now when I put my foot over here, I get a fairly big space, and it's, I would say, quite comfortable. One thing I did notice though about this is, like, seems like there could be some sort of like a rubberized platform that's made for the top of here, because if I look at the back side of here, there are two holes, you see, and these two are like threaded. So I wonder if there's like a rubberized platform that goes on top and kind of like wraps around. It goes, that rubber, it goes through these ridges over here, wraps around, and then it can be like screwed from the back side. So I need to look into that. Anyways, thanks for watching. I was also able to take off the pin that is on the back side of this original foot peg and put it here. Similarly, I was able to install the other one as well, and again, it just worked quite seamlessly. I'm kind of pleased. It didn't take me that long, probably I would say 15 minutes of work, given this is the first time I'm doing, so it's not too much, I would say. So let's see if I can show a top view. So that's how it looks like. It does definitely stick out quite a lot as compared to the stock one. Like, not stick out, I would say, but you can, like, it's more visible, definitely way more visible. Let's see, from around here you can clearly see that. Now, one other thing that I want to do is that I've got like an extension for the brake pad, because what keeps on happening for me is like my foot kind of keeps on slipping out from this side, so I want to have like a larger pedal so that I have more surface area to work with. So once I do that, I'll make a video of that and also put it. I'm quite pleased with this, you know, it looks fine, works fine.